Good rising, family. Good rising. So, coming to you this morning from the headquarters inside of the garage. Wanted to come to you with a little rap, smoking, and welding. So, right now, I actually got a product that I got up that I wanted to talk about building products. And building products, I think, is going to be the way you're going to really gain your freedom. And once you can wrap your mind around the concept of what it really means to actually have a product, to actually have product over talent, you'll understand that it doesn't necessarily have to be a welding product. You know, the concept is to have product. So, when you think of product, don't limit the word, don't limit the idea. Now, we can make our own products because we are welders and fabricators. So, if you are a welder, a fabricator, and you enjoy welding on the side or home hobby, you can actually make some things from home. And it all depends on what lane you in, like what you enjoy doing. Everybody got something different. Some people are farmers, some people are ranchers, some people are cowboys, some people are artists, some people are chefs or fishermen or hunters. You know what I mean? So it's so much, it's so many products that you can actually embellish, make better, and there's some new things that you can add to the market. And personally, this what we're looking at now. I'm just gonna I can get this down just a little bit for you so you can see. So I'm gonna scoot back some. But this one that you're looking at, this is my two-step design. And actually, on the two-step design, what I'm doing with this product, this is going to be my display. So I want to have this small one inside of the cafe and inside of the enclosed trailer when I go up and go places and promote. I wanted this one to be the one that I show you what you can do on a small scale. So on a small scale, these are two steps. We actually sell these. These go for $200. So you can get the two-step design with the wood for 200, and if you want the handrail included, it's $250 for the two step design. So with the handrail on the right side, I mean on the left side, because this is normally an RV step, or it's a small deck step. So it depends on what type of home or what type of RV that you have, if it's a trailer or a fifth wheel. You know what I mean? So it's different types. But this is a $200 product. Very, very sturdy. The people who have bought it have told me that they enjoyed the product. Said, man, it's good for the price because they had went and got something that was around the same price and it was so flimsy. It was like, man, this stuff is, I feel better with the RV stairs. Some of them, they can just give. And once you get older, the older generation, they really like it. So that's why I came up with this product. But I think that it's good that we come up with some products, that we build our own products. Like, I think it's something valuable about the process of building something from your hands. You know what I mean? Like literally drawing it out, fabricating it, fitting it together, welding it out, priming it, painting it, and having a finished product. Like you just don't know. Like for those who have done it, it's a sense of joy, of completion, of gratification for yourself. You know what I mean? Like it makes you feel good once you actually do it. So, but I don't want to be limited. That's why I said when I say products over talent, for us who are fortunate that we can actually design and make products from welding, it's also other products. So don't get caught up thinking that the only products you want to have on the market are welding products. You might have some t-shirts. You might have something. You might have some. You might be in an area where having a lot of disposable like toothbrush holders and soap holders and things like that might be a necessity. Those are products. You see what I'm saying? So I think that we have to just see whatever area we are in. That's very important. Look for that need in the area. Whatever area you are in, that's a big need of something. You know what I mean? So I think that it's important for us to look for that need. Look for that need, and then I think it can help us build our products on top of us. On top of the ideas and just the desires that we have. You know what I mean? So I think it's important, for us to really have products because products is really going to take us over the hump. You know what I mean? So today we're actually going to do some welding. I got this tacked up. I got the frame. Normally I make the stringers and then I weld it all up, and then I weld the bars, the separation bars, the support bars. I do them last. I put them in and get them ready, and then I fall back and start welding them out. So we're gonna do some smoking with the welder this morning. But I am gonna roll up one. So for my family that's up moving around, that's chilling, those who smoke, those who know I smoke, I do have a medical card. I believe in it. I believe in taking herbal medication over getting this hard stuff. You know what I mean? Um, my mom died from an accidental overdose, so I don't really mess with that medication stuff unless it's something that I need. I need it. You know what I mean? So I don't knock it. Not saying that I won't take it, but it got to be prescribed. I got to need it. Other than that, I'd rather just chill and relax. Or my little small issues, I'd rather treat them with herbal medication than even alcohol. Like, I'm not no big drinker. I do go out and occasionally drink on occasions, but I don't do it a lot at all. And I don't keep beer in my refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? That's not like something that I do. Or liquor, you know what I mean? That's not something that I keep. But on occasions, though, I do like to have one. I'll be out with some friends or whatever. But me personally, I would rather smoke. So that's my thing. So, everybody got their own thing. That's my thing. My mom used to always say, she said, son, you got to die from something. They used to try to tell my mom to stop doing certain things. You should stop doing it. She said, I ain't gonna get out of here alive, right? Like, I enjoy doing this. This is what I'm gonna do. And what she enjoyed doing, which was she liked to smoke cigarettes. That was her thing. I don't smoke cigarettes, but she went out and it wasn't nothing but cigarettes didn't do it. So it's kind of funny how sometimes when what you enjoy might not be what take you out. So it is what it is on that standpoint. But I just thought that was just funny. But this morning, like I said, we're gonna weld this up real quick and get this going, and then we're gonna roll up. So we'll fire this machine up. Hope everybody having a good morning. Like I say, today I'm just chilling. Actually, at the headquarters, lined out a few things. I did a little painting this morning, and I gotta fall back and do some more. And I know I got to line this out, so I'm like, well, you know what? Let's go and get this one knocked out. And I jump on. To it. You see how when I'm in one position, I would rather weld up everything I can weld in that one position before I move. I have seen people move, do all types of stuff. Like, man, what are you doing? Just get what you can do in that space and then move on. You know what I mean? I think that I don't know, I think that's working smart and not hard. You know what I mean? And by the way, for those who want to know, I am using 035 wire flux cord. That's the normal size that I use because I normally fabricate metal. Normally on the average scale, I don't go over a 1/4 inch. 3/16 is normally what I do. 1/8 inch, 14 gauge, well 16 gauge to 3/16 is something that I normally fabricate like a lot. Up to a 1/4 inch on most things. When I was doing structural stuff, I did a lot heavier, but unless I'm doing repairs, normally the stuff that I do isn't extremely heavy. Well, like we got one more on this side. Another cool thing with doing these and just doing your fabrication, knowing when and not to put overkill. Like I've seen people put overkill on their welds and certain things. Like you're gonna have to know how to not do too much, because doing that can actually sum up too much of your time or take up too much of your time, or you can actually mess up and now you put too much on it to fix it. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be able to work smarter, not hard. Use what you need. You don't have to go all the way out. You don't have to get extreme. And I got one more well. I forgot I didn't weld these steps on the side. I'm going to sum that up real quick. knocking off the little BBs. Be surprised how these, man, they're pretty good as far as knocking them BBs off. All the welds that you can touch, always hit them with a buffing pad. Because I don't take the welds all the way off. Just hit them where they won't. Like we're good. Gotta hit that one. Another thing too, when you go back over and you look over everything, it's always good to do that because you can check and see if you missed anything or good rising, good rising. My next project, this is actually a two-step stair. So it's a two-step stair. It's for an RV or just a platform or whatever, but it's only two steps high. I'm actually using this for a display. I'm not going to sell this particular one. Well, take that lie. If the money come out, they I got on display. They say, "Hey, can I buy that one?" Yeah, you can buy the one on display. But that's really what it's for, display. So I wanted to show on a small scale what I can do because you just seen what I can do on a big scale. So I want to have an opportunity to just network my design. That's my thing. Like I'm into fabricating other people's things and making money that way because I'm open to that. But when it comes to my product, this is just my design. And I actually do these in 2, 3, 4, and 5 steps are the most popular. So I got 4 different ways to make them: 2, 3, 4, and 5. With one handrail, with 2 handrails, or with no handrails. So it all depends on how the person wants. So I have a few different options, but like I say, that was a product that I came up with from living in the desert because I was in the desert, man, and that RV stuff, it ain't bad. I'm like, man, I need to come up with something nice. And I seen a few people that had some things that wasn't that bad. I'm like, man, I need to come up with something. And then in Phoenix, Arizona, it's big on art. It's big on cosmetics. Things looking a certain way. Like in Scottsdale, they like that. They like a certain look. So for those who have been to Scottsdale and are familiar with it or haven't, you should Google Scottsdale, Arizona. It's kind of like the uppity spot. You know what I mean? They call it, the people that from around there told me they call it Snottsdale. Because everybody knows so high up in the air, you know what I mean? But it's real, it's a lot of art over there. And I like the way that they design things with stucco and wood and metal, the way they put all together. So being around that helped me think outside the box with my products because I wanted something that wasn't actually basic. You know what I mean? I wanted something that was a design that was modern and that was also serving a need. You know what I mean? So today, that's what we're doing. I finished that one up. So I actually got to go. When I hit it then, I noticed that I had a couple pinholes. So I'm gonna go sum up those pinholes. I got a couple. I'm gonna hit those up. So, put a weld over those. And that's gonna be ready for priming. So I got to wipe it down good and get it ready for priming. So they're probably gonna do that too with y'all. Wipe it down, get it primed off. So this is a smooth and actually an easy process. I'm gonna keep it real with you, easy process. And another good thing is I'm building a jig table to make these. So that way when I have other people make them for me, it's gonna be a real no-brainer. And another thing I do when I get this metal and it'll be oily, I don't remove all of it off when I start working on it because it helps with the weld protection. Like as far as I clean the area off when we be welding it, but the rest of it I leave for the BB. So it makes it a whole lot easier to remove the splatter. So keep that in mind because a lot of shops they'll go buy that splatter spray to keep you from doing that when actually you can leave some of that oil on there and it'll serve the same purpose, especially if it's something that don't have to be like something like this. You can do it because that oil is not going to affect it. That little burn, that little piece you got to burn over, it's not going to hurt it. Pacific and not knowing what they need their landing to be. So he told me he needed the landing to be 35 inches from the floor. I made it 35 inches from the floor. Sent them a picture after it was done and painted up that night, and then got a message that morning saying that, or that probably was that evening too, that night too, saying that he did the wrong measurement. He sent me a picture and it was actually 34 to the floor, to the first plank, and not 35. So, but like I said, it all worked out. He actually even paid me extra from going back fixing that error. But it's easy fixes on stuff like that. And just so rule of thumb, so when you're building staircases, especially for RVs and modular homes, RVs and trailer homes. Trailer homes, I believe, too, open up this way as well. So homes open up in, but they open up out. So that's why that's how that works. The RV actually you need the handrail to be on your left side. When I did it for homes, they'll be on the right side, and I think trailers also is on the left side. So. But like I said, this is a simple product. There's so many things you can do, man, because I really believe in product over talent, like product over talent, product over talent. Like I can't stress that enough to you because I think that's very important for what we're doing now. Because we have to come up with something, man, that's really going to set us apart. You know what I mean? Really want to help us get to that next level and building our own products, providing our own services. You know, I'm trying to just break the chain from having to eat out the system hand. You know what I mean? I want to create my own way to make things happen for myself without having to eat out a person's hands, without having to be controlled and dictated and dominated by someone else's idea of what I should be doing with my life, you know? And I don't know, I just feel like, after doing that time I did, from 16 to 26, that 10 years, and working for someone for 10 years and seeing that, I realized that that system is still the same, man, that the goal is if you're not born into money, you want to use that earned income to make you passive income and not just to buy you things. Because if you got a whole lot of things and you don't have no stability, you're gonna always depend on that system, always be looking for a job, always be trying to find that next gig without having any products. So that's why I get it now that we got to have something established, man, where we can literally make some money when you sleep. If you're starting out making $2, $3, hey, that's a start. Hey, the goal is to get the ball rolling. I've learned that when you actually get the ball rolling, it'll be easier for you to keep it rolling. And it'll get bigger over time, like it'll expand and it'll go faster, like things will start picking up, and you'll be like, man, things are really picking up for me, you know what I mean? And one of the things that be behind that is you had to start thinking products over talent, like you had to start thinking that I got to build some products, man. And like my cousin, I got a cousin, shout out to Sammy Woodstock in Northeast Arkansas. He worked that area doing tree removal, stump removal, um, log service, where he'll provide you with some rigs. And sometimes he run into situations with clients where he'll get half the money starting on the job and they'll come up with something to try to beat him out the other half. And I'll be like, hey, man, you need to get this in writing. And then sometimes it do be because of who he is and his skin tone. You know who we are, man, dealing with certain folks, because the majority of the people he deal with, honestly, all of his clients pretty much up there are white. He said he have some Spanish and he have some Asians, but on majority they are white. And he said some of them, they are majority of them they are good, and then he have those what they call bad apples that try to get over on you or belittle you or make you try to feel like you stupid or something. And he was like, man, I'm really got to do something. He said, man, I don't mind doing what I'm doing, but I know I got to come up with something else because I'm always out here moving around, working hard. Then I got to come back and do it again and taking chances. You know what I mean? So, I think that having the products, man, is going to free up our time to actually really enjoy our family. To travel, to see our kids, to get them things that they need. We realize bills are going to always be here. Things going to always exist. So the best thing that we can do is products over talent. The best thing we can do is make things better. You know what I mean? By coming up with ideas to have a product we can put on the shelf, man. That's important. Like, and I see it really too, being here in Oklahoma City, that having a product that I can place on the shelf, man, that's valuable here because people tend to judge you due to what you look like until you got a storefront. Once you got the storefront, then they look at you different. So here, I decided, well, hey, before I go rent and give someone $800, $500, $600, whatever it is, on rent in a facility, I'm just gonna build my own facility. I'm gonna build it the way I want it to look and be able to do several things in it, to be able to be a pretty much a transformer type cafe, you know what I mean? Where I'm really doing a few different things and I can break it down, load it up, and ship it to another city to establish that same business or to do that same service or whatever I'm doing. So um, that's why I picked the shipping container. That's why I got to get my hands into the container conversions. And that's why, what I mean, I feel like it's wise for us entrepreneurs and independent owners and hustlers out here trying to make things happen with our barbershops, our hair salons, whatever your side hustle is, business hustle, auto detail, whatever it is you do. There's so much you can do with that shipping container. Not only just for work, you can also have homes and condos. You know what I mean? Like there's so much you can do, and it's not it's honestly based on a person's budget, because it can be expensive and it can be not expensive. It all depends on your budget and what you want and what you want to do with your money. You know what I mean? But you don't have to go all the way out to have a real nice product. You just got to be able to know what you need and actually have a budget. You're gonna have to have a budget, but I would say starting you a business in this, on the average, getting you a container, um, fabricated and done, starting out, getting it, $5,000 is actually a good start. And that's including the container and the construction to it, the basic construction, like for 5,000 to be pretty much framed out in the inside, insulated, door, 2 windows, and roll up door optional, So it all depends on how you want it. If it's a 20 cube, a 20-foot standard, or if it's a 20-foot high. And when we get to 20-foot highs, they more expensive. But we also be offering the ones where we cut in half and make them into 20-foot highs. So we get a 40-foot container that's high cube and cut them in half and make them into two 20s, because you can't buy 220s without getting one new. They call it one ways. Normally they run from $36 to $3,700. You know what I mean? $35 to $3,700. So I don't sell them for that much. Normally, if I cut them in half and cap them, if I cut them in half and cap them and put a roll-up door on them, I'm maxing $3 grand. So that's my price. It's $3 grand just for a basic high with a roll-up door. So I cut it, cap it, and put a basic roll-up door, and that's not an insulated. If you want an insulated one, we can actually do those too. They just will be a couple more $100 higher. But those will be like the storage facility units. And then if you wanted one like that, say done with the man door at the rear, then that'll be $4,000. So if you want the roll-up door and the man door, $4,000. And actually, that's a good startup for a few different things. Like you can have the roll-up door, the man door in the middle or the end, roll-up door one end, and that's a good product for storage, for grow houses, for those who grow. Actually, I'm actually looking into a grow house design out here, because in Oklahoma you can grow, and the license to get your grower isn't that bad. So I'm looking into it literally. So I'm seeing the opportunities in that field, and I'm seeing what they need, like really what's needed. So my goal is to also reach out and touch that field and help them in the container world when it comes to the greenhouses, helping people come up with their own facilities they can grow in, their own grow houses, you know what I mean? So, and literally those can start from 10 footers to 20 footers, but on a 20 footer, probably be more average, But like I say, I'm just sitting here building a few products today. Want to get things lined out, man. I got so much I'm trying to do, and you can only do so much with the time you're given, you know what I mean? So a lot of times my goal is to just maximize the time, get everything lined out and do the best I can do with, what I got, But show you something. Just give you an idea. These are the wood. So normally when I put them in, I do it like this, tilt it, and then you tilt it. These. So I'm actually gonna do this one. It's gonna be pretty cool. I got some, let me show it to you. I got some hickory. Show y'all this thing. This is gonna be turning out pretty cool. I'm gonna do this one hickory. I don't know if you can see that pretty good. But that's when I'm gonna paint the wood on this small one. It's gonna have the hickory, so it'll have a darker brown step. And then I'm going to paint it, bam, khaki. So we're gonna go with the brown with the offset with the khaki. And I think that's gonna look pretty smooth. Actually, got to get some more ends. out here working on this thing too today. I've been working on my trailer. Actually got some welding to do on that other fender over there. I'll probably mess with that here in a minute. I have a few different things going today. But just wanted to give you a few updates. Like I said, we're gonna focus on making these products, man. Focus on making these products. And making the products without worrying about the material. I mean, not learning about the equipment. Use the most basic equipment you can to get started if that's the situation. Don't go over spending more than what you need to when you can only spend a certain amount and you can still accomplish the same thing, and you ain't throwing wasted money. You know what I mean? Just wasting money. So let's work on that, man. I think that's important because I have seen people do it, and sometimes you have to be realistic in certain things. Because I have did it, like get to a point where you see if it's not working. If you're not getting a ROI, then step back and see what you got to fix this situation. You see what I'm saying? Or it might be a good idea. It might just cost more money to get it kicked off than what you initially thought. You know what I mean? Because I ran into that myself. But today, like I said, we're going to work on these staircases. I'm going to give you an up close walk around it real quick. So, like I say, this is a two-step design. It's pretty sturdy too. Pretty sturdy. I'm about to line it out here in a minute to start priming it and painting it. And like I say, we're gonna go with the khaki and the hickory wood stain. So I think it's gonna look real good actually. So I'm excited. Like I say, this one right here turned out good, man. I'm excited about this one. I got to drill the holes. Still turned out good. You know, especially, me building it without a shop table. Because I didn't have a shop table. On this. So I still built it without the shop table. And to me, I think that's what makes it even neater because I used the floor. I laid the thing out, drew it out on the floor. Literally drew it out for those who see me do it. I literally drew everything out. You can still see some of the staircase drawing there. I literally drew everything out and then fabricated, man. I think it's better to use what you got at the time. You know what I mean? I could have waited, ordered one, but someone asked me how much did it cost me to make that too. I need to think about that. I'm gonna have to probably come back at you on that because to get some precise numbers. But I think I used 2, 4, 6, 7. I used 6 or 7 tubes on it. 13 wood planks, end caps. Well, it probably cost me realistically to build that with the wire. This one, buying one like this, like off online with 13 steps, normally they run about $1,000 to $1,100 or $1,300, depends on what it's made out of. So it cost me probably around under $300. Under $300, I built that myself. So it was under $300. That's with everything: wire, paint, because you got to put the paint in, the wire, the paint, the metal. So $300, I made that big staircase. So that's pretty affordable to me. I think it's a pretty good deal. Versus me going to I could have bought one off of the line, you know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't have been mine. My main is I want to advertise my my skills and what I can do with my hands with the HogOn Cafe. I think that's my main thing that's important about building this, because I want to showcase what I can do to show people that you can also do it too, because a lot of us got different skills, and it's not to be scared about it, because if you don't know something, you can find it. Like the information now in this day and age, the internet is like wonderful. Like the information you can get to build your business, to grow your business, to finance your business, to get more exposure, like it's unreal. So we just have to learn more, man. And that's something that I've been doing, like literally learning more, because it takes time. I appreciate that. Thanks for that love this morning. Thanks for that blessing. So um, I most definitely want to lead by example when it comes to this. You know, I want to show you what I'm doing and how I'm keeping it simple. That's the main thing. I'm keeping it simple. Like I'm not like making it complicated at all. Like I think that's the problem, because some people make things complicated that it'll actually intimidate someone from diving into it and doing it, because they think they got to go through so many steps and stages. And um, like my wife like to say all the time, you know, she's a manager, and she like to tell them that certain things are a guideline. It's not verbatim. Like when we give you these, when they give them sets to set for the store to make it look a certain way, you don't have to make it identical, but it's to have a guideline, because you might not have everything, or this might not fit right there. You see what I'm saying? But it's give you a guideline of what you know you need. And I think that that's what we have. We just got to have that guideline. Is that, hey, okay, I'm gonna do business like this. This is how I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna give you another example. Um, a gentleman on my Facebook page made a comment because I was talking about my heritage and welding and other. You know, my I talk about my welding, my products, heritage, my black heritage, remembering our slavery and what we went through as a people. You know, because my page, if you though I don't know if those who noticed, but my Facebook and my Instagram page for HogOn is a blog and a business. So it's a personal blog too. So I don't it's not all about business. Now I do have one page two pages that's all about products. All I do is show products. I don't really say anything, you know, other than just showing photos and showing different images of different things. That's it. That's what that page is for. But when I'm talking and just giving my input like this is a blog. This is, to me, this is my blog. You know what I mean? Now I use it for business too, but it's a blog. So when in that case, and I did that because I wanted to keep it personal. I want to keep it real. Like I didn't want to just be about one thing. And the gentleman said something that he felt like I should just talk straight about welding, and I shouldn't talk about my culture and about other things, because some of the things I say or the pictures I show may be a little sensitive to some people, because it's truth. It's our people. It's our history. You know, and it's crazy how the white Americans, because this is who come at me the most. Like I get most of my welding hate that I get is from other white welders. Like no BS. Most hate that I get is from white welders. That's no lie, because they even been doing it for so long and felt like, well, you need to do it this way, and I've been working this job, how you gonna do this? Or, well, I told you could do this, you got to do your AWS this certain type of way, you can't do that, you got to have somebody like, it's crazy. They would take me through the ringer on what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I should be doing it. When I'm doing it, when you building your business, there's no rules, there's guidelines. You know, you can build it how you want to build your business. You know what I mean? So how are you going to tell somebody else how they should build their business, how they should establish their business, how they should um, put that image of their business out there? That's why on my business, my face isn't on it. That's why y'all see my logo. Like my logo is the business, and I push everything around it to make it more comfortable for everybody to feel it, because I have some people that can get the good information for me, but if they just run across me looking at me, they wouldn't get the information. They'll judge me. But once they learn and listen to some of the things, they're like, man, this dude really owes something, and I can help them too. Even though I'm here to help my people, I'm here to help everyone. You know, Christ said, if my family don't want, if the people I came here don't want the meal, I got to give it to whoever wanted. You know what I mean? Because the message is going to be what it is. You know what I mean? So I think that me living by example, working on myself, that's why I show it, and I show things randomly too, and not that I'm just trying to stay stay relevant, so to speak. I'm trying to show pretty much verbatim how it should be done. Like you don't have to have a certain rule. That's why I drop random videos about random things, because you don't have to have it isn't no certain rule to it. You can drop a professional commercial, and you can do something from your phone that's still good, it's still authentic, and people feel what you're doing. So I think that we got to get out of the mentality of thinking that everything got to be Hollywood to make it. You don't have to look Hollywood to make it. A lot of people would rather you not to be Hollywood, and they'll support what you got going on. You know what I mean? So it all depends on to each his own, but I like to lead by example, and I like to be me. So that's why my page is a blog. And I told the gentleman who said it on Facebook, he said, and then the funny part about it, this is what he said. He said, he said, maybe I'm out of line. So that shit, like, he knew what he was about to say. It wasn't none of his damn business, but he wanted to say it. And I told him, yeah, you was completely out of line. This is my blog, my page, my site. If you don't like it, you can keep stepping. Pretty much, that's what I said. You know what I mean? So I feel like when you have something, don't allow the hate, because you're gonna get it anyway. Like, I don't care what you do. Christ will show you that. You can bring a good message and they still gonna hate you. You know what I mean? So you're gonna always have somebody that's gonna say that can't be done, or you a scam, or this and that. Just like the brother Jay Morrison, which I follow him. I respect the brother. You know what I mean? And they were saying all these bad negative things about what he's doing, this and this, about him getting the money, but whatever. But when the folks came and they did all of this, they could put no charges on him. Everything was right. Everything, was by the book. You know what I mean? But he still had some of our own people coming out to get him and trying to destroy his character and his name, his legacy. You know what I mean? None of us are perfect, but when you got that good intent to build it, sometimes a person will just hate that you doing it, or they feel like, oh, it's you just about the money. But I thought you want the money. It's crazy how majority of the people that will hate on somebody about money, I'll be saying that they want to be rich and they want to have money too. Is that not ironic? You want the money, but you want to hate on the person with the money. I don't get that one. You know what I mean? I thought you should admire that person or ask a question like, what are you doing? How can I use some of that information to improve what I'm doing, instead of saying, oh man, he's hating, or oh, it's a scam. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. He's trying to, or whatever. Everything isn't messed up, man. Now I'm not saying don't test the waters, because you should. I think it's wise that you should try the spirit and try people to make sure they're authentic about who they are. They real. They ain't just trying to feed you no BS, because we know we got a lot of that out here. A lot of people trying to feed us whatever. You know what I mean? So I think that we have to be aware of that. But on a big scale, though, I think that it's just important that we really put forth the effort to get ourselves out the situation we in, to come up with some products. Like, they're not just, you might have a great ideal in your dream, but if you don't wake up and come out here and start doing something, ain't nothing gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make that initiative. You have to do something, man. You have to. Like, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. Like, some people want it, but they don't want to get their hands dirty. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Even when you got the money, you still gonna have to do some hustling, where you can just place the money, because the goal is to use your money to make money, because money don't get tired. Money doesn't complain. Money don't hate. I got a saying that say money holds no hate in one of my songs. Money holds no hate, meaning it don't care who it attracts itself to. It attracts itself to the hustler, the grinder, the fortunate, the lucky person, so to speak. Money can attract itself to anybody. It don't hold no type of nothing, but we do. You see what I'm saying? So we have to realize that we can use this tool, money, to do the things we need, because we still got bills to pay. So that's why I would rather come up with something and network and advertise myself in ways to promote what I'm doing, versus me doing a job, man. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm so done with working for someone. That's why I'm willing to work with people. Like, I work with people, but not for people. I'm done with that. Like, it's too controlling. You know what I mean? That's why I have to be independent. I have to be a boss, a company. You know what I mean? Because people put agendas on you that they don't want them themselves, and to me, that's just too much control. And I know as a black man in America, in order for me to be free, completely free, I got to be a boss. I got to be independent. I got to have my own money, my own everything, land, my own products, my own capital. So I know that it's important that we have a system. So I'm trying to break the chains for my kids, man. I want to show them what they can do. And the products they can build might be drawings. The products they maybe build might be art, but the products don't stop, man. I mean, don't get small. Think small and think products just as a welder just because you're a welder. Because just because you're a welder doesn't mean your products, need I say again, have to be welding. Like it can be random things. Let me close this door real quick. So just keep a open mind when you're dealing with building your products and look for needs. I like to say that too. Look for needs. Look for needs. Look for needs, man. And listen, because a lot of people will tell you, man, I sure need this, or man, if we had this product, or man, if we had this right here help, or so and so just broken. You can come up with something that can help them people. You know what I mean? No lie. It's all on you. That's all on you. So today, like I said, I just wanted to come to you. Normally, when I come to you, and I'll be smoking, but today I actually, like I said, I got to roll up. I had to do this, so I wanted to go on and knock this out. So I'm gonna probably roll up here in a minute, but we just smoked with some welder today. You know what I mean? But most definitely, I'm gonna be firing up here soon. I just wanted to get the stuff I had to do out the way while it's nice. You know what I mean? And it's actually supposed to rain Monday. Today's supposed to be pretty good, so I gotta go stop by the spot. I'm gonna try to paint these handrails. Um, I need to go and get that done. You know what I mean? Possible. So I'm gonna try to go and knock that out and kill a few birds in one stone. So just wanted to say that, man. Just hope everybody having a good day this weekend. Doing family time, spending time with their folks, enjoying their weekend. Um, Keep in mind, man, that we're gonna have to learn how to use that earned income and turn it into passive income. We're gonna have to literally work on some generational wealth, and that's where we're gonna get it from, building our own products, whatever it is. Like Master P said, it's products over talent, man. You got to come up with something. He got pancakes. He got household cleaning supplies. He got clothing. You know what I mean? Like movies, like music. Like, come on, man. Products over talent. We got to have it, man. And I understand it now. So right now, I've been putting a lot of money into getting the cafe off the ground. And one of the things I have to spend money on is the lift, actually the sky lift. It costs like a little under 750 for the sky lift for one day for 24-hour rental. The cheapest I found that actually had it, and that's $750. I mean, that money literally could have almost summed up the whole inside of my construction. So I had to fall back and just to pay that on getting the lift to separate it after I cut it. So it's always processes, and it takes money to make money, man. I like to tell people that because some people tend to think that they can just make it, and then when it comes to spending certain things, they don't want to do it. And I'm like, man, that's a part of the process too. It is what it is. Like I say, man, I get into some things where I literally have to fall back and wait for a minute because finances get tight. I still have to bills. I still have to do this. So I just think, man, okay, let me wait on this. Let me see, get this open. And soon another door open, I dive back in. But sometimes I literally have to step back because, we have things going on. So the goal is to get to the point where we don't have to do that. So that's why I stress on products over talent, trying to come up with something so that way when something come up, it won't personally put our life in a bind. You know what I mean? We won't be like, damn, what we finna do? You see what I'm saying? So it's good, man, because it's good to wake up. And once you do this, if you have never experienced it, once you wake up with some money in your bank account that you planted a seed or you put out a net and everything went through and someone bought what you had, man, that's a good feeling, man. Like I say, even if it's a couple dollars, once you get that first, you go, hey, okay, it's possible. Then you're gonna be figuring, okay, how can I get this to get better? You know. Today I looked at someone bought I got a little deal saying, someone purchased a shirt or a hoodie, I mean. So, it's hoodie season. So, I appreciate that for whoever purchased it. You know what I mean? Hog on, I salute you, you know what I mean? So for those who purchased my gear on Amazon, I got some good stuff on there. I got hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve hoodies, pop sockets, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have some phone cases. So I'm gonna have different products. So all you have to do is put in HogOn Welding and separate the hog on. Put hog on welding, and then my products will pop up. So you can put t-shirts, hoodies, or whatever behind that, and then she'll pop up, no issue. So I appreciate for those who support me and follow me on Amazon Prime, those who support me on Instagram and Facebook. So I like to salute everybody, you know what I mean, that share, leave comments, leave donations, man. It's appreciated because, as we know, it takes money to make money. And my goal is to build a school up so that way I can educate others, not only by dropping videos, leaving archives. I want to literally physically do welding sessions to help educate our people, you know what I mean? Help educate our brothers who think that there isn't another way. And then we have a location where we actually building our own products. We'll be making our own staircases, welding skids, shooting targets, curve signs, and whatever else we come up with. You know what I mean? We'll make our own stuff. And I think that'll show the students how to think business, think product, show them how to get the skill and transfer it over. I want to be able to show them how to read the tape measure, how to level, how to install. Like, I think it's a full process, but you can't like shove it all in one setting. But if you give them hands-on experience through the processes, they'll pick it up better. It's just like driving a car. When you're driving a car that's a stick, you're doing a few different things. You changing gears with 2 feet, you shifting, you watching the road, you steering, you see what I'm saying? But at first you get to thinking like, man, that's too much. How am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But once you get into it, it's nothing. So that's my goal, is to show the process and teach you hands-on in the process. That way it'll be easier to you to come second nature to you, you know what I mean? To know, okay, I'm gonna get this job, I'm gonna use this job, get my money up, I'm gonna go start this business. I might still keep this job a little bit because it's a good job, and I still make this money. Then before I let it go, it's when my time. You see what I'm saying? So it all depends your situation. Everybody's situation is different. Just utilize that situation like to your best ability, man. If I can say anything, utilize it. You know what I mean? So I know today's Saturday. Like I said, a lot of people got some things going on. I literally need to go down and paint these handrails. So I want to go on. The reason why I want to do it because it's actually nice right now, and I actually got the paint and primer to do it. Plus, it'll put me a step ahead because I got to get it done anyway. So I'm thinking like, well, you know what? If I go over there and knock this out now, then I ain't got to go back and do it later because I'm still gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? And it'll just knock off a process that I have to do. So I'm just thinking about the stuff that I got to do regardless. I'm like, man, you know what? Maybe I go on and knock some of these processes out. So I believe in not putting off tomorrow what you can do today. So sometimes if you can get certain things done in a certain setting, go and knock it out, man. You know what I mean? And you will be happy later that you did it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I started something, I'm like, man, I don't want to mess with this today. And finally, after I get to going, I'm in the groove. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Just wanted to come through this morning, touch bases with everybody. Hope everybody doing good. And like I say, think of products over talent. I can't stress that enough. Products over talent, man. Build you some products, sell you some products, get you some products. Hold on, Black Feniks.